A furious GB News audience member tore into Sir Keir Starmer, accusing the Prime Minister of betraying the will of the people after the Court of Appeal's shocking ruling on the Epping Migrant Hotel. Speaking on the People's Channel, the man admitted he had naively backed Labour at the last election, only to be left outraged when the party failed to deliver on its promises. And as the guest exposed Labour's false promises before the public, Labour MP Barry was left stunned, unable to utter a single word in defence of his party. Watch the clip. Before starting, subscribe to the channel, like, and write your opinion in the comment.
Got anyone with it? Yes, sir. Yes, good stuff. Go on, what would you like to say on this, my man?
Well, just over a year ago, we elected democratically a new government. And I naively always thought that governments were elected in order to implement the will of the people as per their manifestos. Now, we have a government that's directly acted against the will of its people, whose recourse was then to go to court. The government then had the contempt for those people to appeal against that court judgment. That not just shows contempt for the electorate, it shows really a kind of contempt for the idea of democracy itself, in my mind. And just one other point I'd like to make as well.
Earlier today, crack on.
Earlier today, I heard that the police had said that they would not provide any kind